Hi everybody, and welcome to my FlossTube. My name is Alana. I am Mrs.SmithStitches here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. And welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my YouTube. Sorry, my words. This is my YouTube video all about cross stitch, where I share my projects and my plans, and we just chat all about all things cross stitch. If you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I get the best messages and comments and emails from people that are so sweet and super encouraging, and I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. So welcome. This is FlossTube number 12, I believe. I'm a little disorganized today. I feel like I say that every day, and normally I'm such an organized person. It has been a crazy couple weeks as per usual. I also feel like I say that every video. I feel like every video was like, it was crazy. I tried to stitch. I didn't get much stitching done because it was crazy. This week, this video is the same. I tried to stitch and it got crazy, and then I didn't stitch as much as I thought. But I am here. I am in a new filming location yet again. This is it used to be my playroom when I ran a daycare for about 20 years. When my kids were little, I ran a home daycare, and this was my playroom. And then I closed my daycare and went to work at the hospital. And I kind of sort of decorated it little fall-y. The other side of the room is absolutely empty, which is hilarious. But this side looks cute and fall-like. And the other side, actually, it's kind of almost transitioning itself back to a daycare now that we have grandkids. So I have a little play area in the other corner, which I'm sure will grow as the children grow. But for now, I thought I would film here. It's a very cute fall backdrop. I have switched back to using my phone camera for videotaping. Last week, honestly, it was confusing for me. I couldn't get it to focus. The mirroring was really weird. I think the picture was probably clearer, so I'm hoping this isn't as bad. We have quite a bit of natural light here, so hopefully. I just found it confusing, honestly. It took me forever to edit because I had to upload it to something. I had to send it to somewhere else and then try to edit it. And it was a whole thing. Anyway, it just didn't work. It wasn't working for me. So we're back to the old way until I figure out a better solution, honestly. But I'm hoping this backdrop will be nice and fun. I can at least change it out with the seasons. Yeah, and that's about it. Busy couple weeks. I hope everybody had a great couple of weeks and got a lot more stitching done than I did. I did not get a lot of stitching done. I have been training my new job at work for the last few weeks, and it has been a lot. My brain is really tired. And I find I come home from work and I kind of crash. So I really haven't stitched as much as I had hoped to stitch. But I do have some stuff to show you. I have a little tiny bit of haul and quite a bit of plans and a few whips. I think I have two new starts. I have two new starts, actually. They are in no order piled here beside me, though, so I'm sorry for that. They are not in any particular order, so we're just kind of go with it. I have not gotten a lot of FlossTube watching in these last few weeks, but I have managed to get a bit. I'm pretty behind on my regulars that I watch all the time, but I have found a few new to me FlossTubers. So there's 4 of them here that I found that I have been watching or have started, at least watched their last of their videos that I don't think I've mentioned on here before. So I always try to mention some new to me FlossTubers, because I find that's how I find people is when I'm watching someone's FlossTube and they mention somebody else. And it's like, oh, I need to check them out. Sometimes I just come across them, they just pop up in my page, my home page for YouTube. It's like, oh, you would like this person. It's like, yes, I would. But often I find it's through other FlossTubers mentioning. So I always like to do that because it's nice to support each other in everyone's channels. So anyway, let's get on to the list of the few FlossTubers that I found in the last couple of weeks that I haven't mentioned on here before. So we have Stitching in the Stacks. I have never seen her before. She popped up in my homepage. I don't think it was someone that mentioned her. I think she sort of popped up in my homepage. So she's awesome. Make sure you check her out. KBH Stitches. Now, I found her, and then I was actually watching Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher's newest FlossTube last night, and she mentioned her. She's doing, they're doing a sal together, but I'm not going to remember the name of the sal. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. And I was like, oh, was like, I just found her videos. She was great. Awesome videos. And then there's Barbara's daughter, who I know is not new. And I actually watched her when I first started watching FlossTube like a couple of years ago. And then she took a bit of a hiatus and she's back now. So she just recently popped up, like, you know, when you have your subscriptions. So she just popped up in those for me. And I was like, oh, she's got new videos again. So I've been watching her. She has quite a few now. She's been back for probably a couple months maybe, but I don't think that I've mentioned her on my channel before. And the last one that I did just find last week is Unfinished Stitches. They're so cute. I had so much fun. They had the best stuff. I've only seen one, but it was their, all their fall stuff. They did like a little fall, like whip parade kind of thing. It was fantastic. You know me, I love fall stitching. I just do. I can't help it. Everything I want to stitch is fall all the time. So they were really fun and I had never seen them before, and they are like pretty established. Like they have a lot of videos, but for whatever reason have never popped into my, homepage on YouTube, and I've never heard, or maybe I've heard somebody, but you know, sometimes you're watching and you're stitching and you think, oh, I'm going to write that down, and then you don't, and then it's gone. It doesn't stay. My brain doesn't hold information like it used to. Okay, there's my ramble for the day. I don't think this is going to be a super long video because I don't have a ton of whips going on, but we're going to get right into it. Let's see. Oh, wait, one more thing. I know. So I do want to apologize for my last video because I edited it, is that the right way? Edited it, yeah, I guess so, differently. Somehow my description box didn't carry everything over. So when I talked about those floss drops, which I can show you here again. And I talked about a few things and I said I'd link it below. I did link it below, but for whatever reason, it didn't come up. Like it didn't come up in the description box. The links didn't work. So at one point, a day or two later, I was reading my messages, like my comments from that video. And a lot of people were saying, hey, like, where's the link? I'd like to go and see the floss. And I was like, oh, so I do apologize for that. I don't know what happened, to be honest. So I did go in and edit it. And update that description box, but for some reason it didn't. So I do apologize for the description box not being up to date. It is now. If you go back and watch my last video and you're interested, the description box is there. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Oh, and there's one other thing. Those of you that have won a giveaway with me in the last 2 videos, I have not shipped anything out. I very, very, very much apologize for that. It has just been bananas. So I have this Tuesday off. I'm off. I'm not working. Tomorrow I'm actually out of town for the whole day. My job, everything's packaged and ready to go. So my job on Tuesday is to get everything to the post office. So I do apologize. And I know I mentioned in my last video that it can take a really long time to get from where I am to other places. This is going to take even longer because I didn't ever mail it. So I do apologize for that. I think I've got 2 packages that need to go out from the last 2 videos. I will send you an email. Most of you emailed me with your address, so I will update the winners of those to say that it was shipped out. So I do apologize for that. I just haven't gotten to the post. It's just been wild. I haven't done anything, but I'll get it done this week. I promise. Okay, now we can talk about stitching. So this week I worked on, in these last 2 weeks, I worked on my WhipGo. One of my WhipGo numbers. I don't remember the numbers that were called this month. I'm just a mess today. But one of them for me pulled This Is the Day by Plum Street Samplers. There we go. Do this. Oh, the sun's coming out. That'll be nice. That'll help my lighting a lot. It's been very dark and dreary here today. So we have Plum Street Samplers. This Is the Day. I was supposed to work 5 days on that. I did work 5 days on that. Half of it was yanking stuff out. So the progress doesn't look spectacular, but I did do 5 days. And I did manage to get, sorry, I didn't iron either. I managed to get all of the mortar done on the house and the windows and the door. You can't really see the steps because they kind of blend in, but once they're covered, they won't. So this is what I got done. That looks awful. I should iron. This is what I got done in these 5 days. So I'm hoping to get all the bricks done. It's actually really fun. Doing the bricks was really fun, but I made a ton of mistakes on the door and the steps, and I had to rip them out more than once. It was very frustrating. But I do think the house is obviously the biggest part. And I do think now that all the mortar is done, filling in the bricks will be very quick. I think. I say that, but maybe I'm wrong. So I'm hoping to get that done, but I did do 5 days on that. In my plans, the next number that was pulled was my And a Forest Grew. So I haven't worked on that since the last video, but I'm going to do 5 days on that. Not this coming week, but probably next week. And so what else have I worked on? Here we go. Oh, okay. So the next one that I worked on for all of like a half an hour was Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage. So this one is super cute. And I really thought it would go really quick and I'd get a lot of work on it, and I didn't get a lot of work done. I got a little itty bitty bit done, but I'm going to show you anyway, because I did work on it for like one day for just a very, very small amount of time. So I finished the pumpkin and the leaves and the flower, the little sunflower. I did this. I am missing a color. There's another color that goes in between there in that little border. And then I started on apple. So a little, just a really small amount got accomplished, but it's better than nothing. And it's so fun to work on. So I am stitching, wait, now I gotta go back. Wait, this is the day. I never ever say what I'm stitching on. I feel like my hair is doing funky things. All right, so this is the day, stitch 40 count platinum. So there you go. I'm feeling like this lighting is washing it out a little bit, but that's 1/1, 1/2 on 40 count platinum. Oh my goodness. Autumn Rules, I'm stitching on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha, which is the called for, with the called for DMC. So I'm stitching it exactly as charted. This is the day I'm using the DMC that was provided by Plum Street. They do have a fancy floss option. I chose the DMC for that. So there we go. I'm gonna try to remember to do this, because I feel like half the videos I do, I don't talk about what I stitched it on or what I used or if I converted anything. I rarely convert anything. I generally just use the called for, but anyway. Okay, so next whip. Let's see what I got here. So the next whip is Shannon Christine Designs, Signs of Christmas. So I did the last one here, Santa's Toy Shop. That was the last one I worked on. Not 100% done. It needs a little bit of the border still to finish. That was actually July's block, no, August block. So I do have September's, I do have it. So I'll have to work on that. I've tried really hard not to get behind, and I didn't do August at all. I didn't get anything done in August. So I did want to get that caught up. I'm trying not to fall behind on that, because I find when I sign up for these sales and then I fall behind, I never get caught up. Like I am still working on the 2021 Modern Folk Embroidery. Like still, it's almost the end of 2023, and I started that January of 2021. I feel like once I get behind, I'm behind. Like I'm not getting caught back up. So I'm trying with that one really hard to stay on it so that I can be fully finished by next Christmas. We shall see. Okay, let's see what I have. Okay, so I think that was all my whips. Was it? Wasn't very much. I do have 2 new starts, but they're pretty tiny. So this is gonna be a quick video. Let me see if I can find it. I should have really taken this out. I didn't, I should. Excuse me. What did I do with that? Uh-oh, I don't wanna show you the pattern. I don't wanna show you the pattern. Where is my, oh no. I don't think I have it to show you. Oh, here it is. Yes, okay. So I did start, I have floss everywhere. I did start my With Thy Needle and Thread, the Sampler of the Season Autumn. So I've worked on the Sampler of the Season Summer. And now I was hoping to start this in August, and I did not. I just started it. I just have a little small bit. Turned out I was missing some colors. So I did wander into Wool Time, because they carry, so if you live in Ottawa and you're a cross stitcher, Wool Time carries Gentle Arts threads now, just Gentle Arts, as well as a full line of DMC. They have all the DMC colors. Thankfully, this pattern, this particular Sampler of the Season Autumn is mostly Gentle Arts. That's what it calls for. So I was actually able to get everything that I needed. I had some of them, but there was a couple that I had forgotten. So I hopped in there. I didn't save all because I had bought, I picked up some for my next new start as well. So here it is, Sampler of the Season Autumn. I love these so much. I love them, love them, love them. They, as far as I know, can only be bought from, I believe it's Country Stitches, Brenda Gervais' site. Like they can only be bought, and they are only, if you're in Canada, they only ship to the US. So I was very fortunate. I have a USPO box, so I'm able to go over and pick them up. Because I have ordered other things, and I'm able to go and pick them up, which is kind of nice because when you're stuck, these ones I only found, and I specifically went searching for them. There is a sale going on with a Stitch for Mom. And what's it called? I think it's just called Sampler of the Season Sal, I think. That's where I first found them, and I was like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh. So I did order all 3. Or 4. She does have all 4. So I did order all 4, but I haven't kitted up all 4. So I have summer done, and then I have autumn done, and I'll worry about winter in January. Like I won't start winter until then. But here is my itty bitty start. I am stitching this on 40 count, fiber cream, milk and honey. Fiber on a whim, milk and honey. I love it. I absolutely love this fabric. This fabric is beautiful. And so here's my itty bitty start. Isn't it so cute? Look at the little squirrel. He's so cute. I loved the little squirrel. They seem so small. So I did a couple days on this. Cute little start. I love it. I'm hoping to get a ton more. I was missing the other color of the other. Like over here there's all kinds of leaves that come off, and I was missing that orange. So that's why I only got that much done. The little acorns and the little squirrel. So it's a pretty tiny start, but start. And I just have my thread absolutely everywhere, as per usual for me. There we go. I'll tuck this all back in. My bag's got dog hair all over it because that's just how my life goes here. So I am hoping to get some more time on this. Let me zip this up here and get it out of the way. Okay. And so my last new start, I actually started twice. So here we go. So this is Sarah Smith. This is a reproduction sampler that was reproduced by, I always get it wrong, 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Her name is Leanne. She's based out of Ontario. She's pretty close to where I live, actually. And she has some beautiful, beautiful samplers. I particularly sought this one out because that is the name of my daughter-in-law, is Sarah Smith. So I thought that was really, really sweet. And it is, I had planned to do a DMC conversion on this one, but I did choose the called for, what am I trying to say? Fabric, which was straw by Weeks Dye Works. So I am going to show you that and the very, very, very small start that I met on that. All right, I made on this. So here it is. This is all I did. This is it. This is my whole start. That's it. That's all I did. It's really washing out here anyway. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I just don't. I don't like the fabric. I like the fabric. I just don't like the fabric with these colors. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I was getting like, no. So now I don't have all the colors. So I was going to do a DMC conversion. I've now changed my mind and I'm going to do the Fancy Floss. So when I went to Wool Time, I did purchase the Gentle Arts Fancy Floss from them, but half of it is Weeks and they don't have Weeks. So I'm going to place an order sometime, probably just to 123 Stitch. Oh no, maybe to Anne at Knowledge and Needles. She usually has most of the floss that I need. So I'll probably place an order to her. So I will show you the ones that I do have a few of the Weeks, but I am missing a couple. So I'm going to show you, this is the floss. I'm so sorry. It's absolutely a disaster. I think I showed this last week. You can't even see. This lighting is not fantastic. It looks very washed out. And they just melt in. Like, I just didn't like it. No. It was a no. I started it and I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this. So I did decide to change and I started it again. I still didn't get a very big start, but I switched my fabric. This is a 36 count. This is 36 count Grace by Fortnite Fabrics. I have a giant piece of it. I've cut it down now. I did get this from Anne at Knowledge and Needles in Brighton, Ontario. So she has a fantastic store there. It's a beautiful fabric. It's 36 count, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. And there's my start. I am missing a couple of colors still in the Weeks, so I'm going to have to pick those up. I just like it so much better. Like when you put these, I know they're a mess. I need to put these on a floss ring. It's so silly. Like they're all fancy floss. They could go on a floss ring. I don't even need floss drops, but I don't have them set up like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, like just when you look at them, I don't know if that's showing it any better. They just pop. Like they're very, very, very muted colors to start with. And so I was really just like, I don't know. I didn't like the straw. So that's that. So I switched it. So I did restart it. So I technically started that twice. So that should count, right? Should that count as 3 new starts? I feel like it should. I need to move I keep hitting my camera. I need to move I'm on a very slippy floor. So, and I've just got this little table and it keeps sliding away from me. So I do have a few plans for this next couple of weeks. So my WhipGo number, I will try to do 5 days on Anna Forrest Grew, and I have my birthday start. So my birthday is tomorrow, and my birthday start is out of the Winds of Autumn Blackbird Designs book, and it is this one here, Mighty Acorns. I am stitching this with Diane, who is Be a Blessing Stitcher on FlossTube. She's on Instagram as well. Same thing. It's b.a.blessing stitcher. I'm going to have everybody linked below that I mentioned today. But I just want to see if I can find the bigger. There we go. There we go. I love it. I have loved this forever. I am going to make a change on the house. Who's Sarah? Handmade by Sarah W. Yes. She stitched this and changed the blue house. Now she used Dolphin, but I don't remember who it was, like what it was, who the dyer of that one is. And it's beautiful. I love her house. So I am going to pick that up when I do my floss order, but I love this. Now this is called for 36 count Wren. And I haven't been able to find that. And then yesterday, so this goes into my haul a little bit. Originally, I was actually going to do it on the other piece of this. So I was going to do it on Grace by Fortnite Fabrics. This is a 36 count. This is what I'm doing Sarah Smith on. So this is my Sarah Smith fabric. And I was originally going to do Mighty Acorns on the other side of that. And then yesterday in my little itty bitty town, we had a fiber festival. So it was like fiber extravaganza or something. But Kim at Designs was going to be there. So their cross stitch store, I think they're out of like Whitby or Oshawa area. And I followed them on Instagram and on Facebook, and they said that they've been traveling and they like going to different festivals. And they said they were going to be in Kempville, which is like my little town. I was so excited. So I did go over there. I had hoped to get floss. They were very limited for space. Very limited for space. So I don't know if this has ever been in Kempville before, if this is the first year. I really don't know that. I have never gone to it before. It was packed when I went. Like I went first thing in the morning. You could barely get around. Like they had so many vendors just absolutely smushed into there. So their space was incredibly limited. So they didn't bring any of their fancy flosses, which was fine. I mean, I understand. It's not a big deal. I didn't have high expectations or anything. But I did manage to find some linen, which for me is really fun because Wool Time doesn't have a huge selection of linen, and I generally have to order linen online, which I don't love. They did have a piece of Picture This Plus though, a nice big piece. So this is Wren. This is my Wren that I'm going to do. Can you see it? I'm going to do Mighty Acorns. I'm going to start Mighty Acorns on this piece. So I'm going to start that tomorrow. And they also had, I took that apart because I wanted to floss drop it. They have it packaged very neatly. So I ruined their packaging. This is Vellum by Picture This Plus. So this is also a 36 count. I don't know if you're getting it great. It's very pretty. I really like it. I think it looks, oh, there we go. It's kind of a better, it's hard with the lighting. I really need like a ring light or something to give me better lighting, but we'll see. So they do have it packaged really cute. They had lots and lots of different colors and different styles and different dyers. And it was great. Like they're great. They have a fantastic online store as well. So if you're interested, I'm going to link their store down below. If you're interested, they do have lots. They carry a full selection of all the fancy flosses. They They did have lots of like silks and stuff. And they did have some patterns. So I did pick up a pattern too, because, you know, I have to. So this is I think it's new. One of the new pansy patch quilts and stitchery. It's called the Acorn Catcher. Of course it's fall, because like I need something else fall. I don't. Everything I own right now is fall. That's all I bought is fall. So yeah, so that's that. I have no plans for this. I think I'm going to do this next year. Because I do have a few, there was the new primrose that I forgot, it's upstairs, that I want to start that called for the color and cotton flosses. So I'm going to try to see if I can locate those. And I need to put, I think I just need to put an order of fabric and stuff in at 123 Stitch. Like I think I just sort of need to order a couple of different things. So I don't think any of that will be ready by my next floss tube, because it takes too long. Like unless I go to the States to pick it up, it takes like over a month to get here from 123 Stitch. So, it'll take a while to get there, but that was my little haul. I did get lots of floss from Wool Time as well, but I just already have dispersed it into, into their, patterns or into their projects. So I didn't keep it all to show you. I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't do that. Yeah, so that was my last couple of weeks. It's not going to be a very long video. That's okay. My other plans are, I'm going to start Mighty Acorns. So I'm going to start Mighty Acorns tomorrow. And I think my plan is just to work on it for the whole week. I'm just going to work on it and get as much done as I can. And then I'm going to switch over to, in a forest screw and work on that for 5 days. And then if I have other time in between there, I'll pop in some of the stuff I probably wrote. Like I'm going to try to finish the Shannon Christine designs. I'll try to finish September's block. I'll try to work on autumn rules, but I don't think I'm going to introduce anything else in the next couple of weeks. I think I'm going to try to get caught up on what I have here, because I have a few big pieces that I've started and haven't made great progress on. Like I started the Smith sampler and I haven't made great progress on that. I really, really would like to get back to my This Joyous Season Sal. I did really well with that for like 2 weeks, and then that was that, right? So there's a few things that I'd really like to get back to and make some decent progress before we really get heavy into the Christmas sort of holiday season, because then I feel like I don't have a ton of time to stitch. I know some of the other floss tubers are already talking about plans for 2024, which seems like really advanced. But I've been thinking about it too, like kind of trying to decide what that's going to look like. I don't think I'm going to do Whip Go again next year. But then maybe I will. I have really enjoyed it. It's really gotten me into like some of the stuff that I, haven't worked on. Like it's kind of nice to put that, like you kind of forget about some of the older whips that you have. So I did enjoy it. If I do it, I might shorten my timeline on it. Like my Whip Go all of them are pretty much like 5 days. Well, that's 10 days out of the month that you're just stitching on those two projects. And when it's a busy month, like September is a busy month, it's Sampler September. Like there just seems to be a lot. I've got a birthday start. Like there's quite a bit of stuff. So then I feel like I have to fit 10 days on other projects that I maybe wouldn't have worked on. Even though I've enjoyed it, I think I might do something different next year. Jessica, I was watching the Sweetwater Stitcher. She, I forget who she was talking with, and they were going to do like a 24 new starts in 2024, which I will never do. 24 new starts is insane for me. I can't do it. But the idea of doing 24 whips and only working on whips, I'm toying with. I think it's unrealistic for me to not do any new starts. I did join the Stitch Your Stash Facebook group, and I failed miserably because I bought all kinds of stuff. And I'm wondering if maybe 2024 is the year of actually stitching my stash. I have a lot. Like I could do a no-buy for pretty much a whole year and still be okay. Like with maybe the exception of buying some fabric, because I don't have a big fabric stash. I think I'd be okay to not buy any patterns for a year. I don't know how realistic that is, but I I think I'm gonna see what I can do because my whip count has grown, I think, exponentially in the last little bit. And I would really like to get some finishes as opposed to just continually starting new whips. So I do like the idea of in 2024, taking 24 whips and finishing them. I don't know if I can do a no buy for an entire year though. I would like to, but there's always patterns that come out, market. Like I just don't know if I could do it for a whole year, but certainly I have enough to keep me going for a year. And then some, honestly, probably. I have quite a bit. So we'll see. But I love that everybody's planning ahead and trying to decide what they're going to do for 2024. I think that's great. Okay, let's see. What do I have next on my very, very, very small list? I think the only thing I have actually is the winner for last. I did not do a giveaway for this video, so I'm sorry about that. It's going to be a short one. It just is... It's just one of those things. It's just, but I hate to not film because I really enjoy interacting with everybody. I like the accountability of filming the video. And even if I don't get a ton done, at least I've done it. I filmed. I have stitched some. Not as much as I'd like, but that is life. Life happens. So the giveaway last week was for Silent Night by Country Cottage. I hope. I didn't bring it with me. I'm not doing well today, so I didn't bring it with me. And it had some of the floss drops that had been gifted to me over the last couple of weeks. And so the winner of this, the winner of Silent Night is Mary Jersten. I'm going to spell it MaryJersten 4336. So Mary, if you are watching, please send me an email. My email address is Mrs.SmithStitchesFlossTube@gmail.com. So if you can please send that to me, I will get that into the mail to you. If I hear from you before Tuesday, I'll get it in the mail with everybody else's stuff on Tuesday, and everybody will be sent off. I'm sorry I didn't do a giveaway at all this week. I wasn't honestly thinking. When I sat down, I didn't realize that I was like, I never thought of anything for a giveaway, so I am sorry about that. We will definitely do one next week. I should be back in 2 weeks. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else, which seems, I feel like I'm missing something. Because it's not a very long video. I feel like I definitely didn't do a lot this week, and I didn't have a lot to show you, so I'm sorry about that. Just a little bit this week, but just a quick one. So I will see you back in 2 weeks' time, hopefully with some decent amount of stitching done on my birthday start. So if you're interested in starting with us, please tag me or Diane on Instagram and let us know that you're stitching. I did not do a hashtag for the birthday start, mostly because the hashtags don't read the same as they used to. So when you look up a hashtag, you only get like the top pictures. So I don't love that. I don't love that. I'd like to see everybody. So if you follow along, or if you're going to stitch Mighty Acorn with us, please let me know. Leave a comment in below. That would be fantastic. But please tag me like at Mrs.SmithStitches on Instagram so I can actually see it. Because other than that, I won't be able to see it. Or you can look up a hashtag, but we decided we're not doing a hashtag. Diane and I aren't going to do that. We're just going to start it together. And if you want to join in, please join in. Let us know what you're stitching on. Let us know what you're using. It's such a great pattern. It's not gigantic, so I'm hoping to get a really decent amount of work done on it this week. And I will see you in 2 weeks. I hope you have a fantastic couple of weeks. I hope you get absolute ton of stitching done, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.